Jonjo Shelvey believes England are crying out for a central midfielder like him. Jonjo Shelvey believes England are crying out for a central midfielder like him. But the Newcastle star fears he will continue to be snubbed because his face does not fit. Jonjo Shelvey has been in pre-season training with Newcastle United ahead of their return to the Premier League. Jonjo Shelvey in action for England in their Euro qualifier against Switzerland at Wembley. Shelvey has not played for his country since November 2015, 2 months before he left Swansea for St James Park in a £12 million switch. The Romford-born player, 25, shone for the Toon in their superb championship title win last season. But Shelvey's campaign was also stained when Infa panel found him guilty of racially abusing Wolves Romain Saiss during a match in September for which he received a 5-game ban. This is the first time he has spoken about the incident and insists he did not call the Moroccan in Arab Sea, which he was accused of doing. But Shelvey now wonders whether the controversy will harm his chances of a Three Lions recall, even if he impresses in the Premier League again. Speaking at Toon's pre-season camp in Ireland, he said, "I had England in my thoughts, but they're not going to pick a player in the championship." Jonjo Shelvey played for Newcastle in the championship last season. Jonjo Shelvey wants to help get Newcastle back to the upper reaches of the Premier League. Jonjo Shelvey in action for Newcastle. "All I can do now is just show in my performances that I warrant a place back in the England team. If you look at the competition, we're crying out for a central midfielder. But it's just a matter of saying the right things in the press and things like that. That's what goes on these days. It's the way football is nowadays. I'm not one to come out and do loads and loads of interviews. I like to keep myself to myself, and if you get picked, you get picked. It's gutting when you don't get picked or nasty things are said about you. But I'm not going to sit around and cry about it." Asked directly if last term's race row is likely to affect his future England hopes, Shelvey replied, "I don't know, to be honest with you. You'll have to ask the people at England. They can believe what they want to believe." Did I learn from the episode? No, because I didn't say what was printed. If it was in any court of law, I would have been found not guilty. It just goes on the panel's verdict. But you just have to deal with it and get on with it. Shelvey, though, has thanked boss Rafa Benitez for his public support throughout the scandal. He admitted, "Any manager that sticks by you, then you are buzzing with them. It could have gone either way with the club. But they stuck by me, they believed in me, and I repaid them with my performances." But Benitez did drop Shelvey, who he managed at Liverpool for the final 4 games of Toon's relegation fight in 2015-16. Benitez also left him out of Newcastle's first match in the championship last term. And Shelvey revealed, "I started to doubt my ability." If you are not playing at a club in the championship when you have been playing for England, you think that it is just going to go downhill from there. Newcastle manager Rafa Benitez and the players did a promotion event at a Sports Direct store in Dublin. Rafa Benitez has already taken Newcastle to Scotland for part of their pre-season tour. "But then I got the chance to play and I haven't looked back since." Shelvey reckons he is in the best shape of his career, having undergone his own training regime in Portugal. He added, "I feel better, a lot fitter, a lot sharper." It's just good to be back in the Premier League. It's where everybody wants to play. Now we're back, we need to stay there. What a great opportunity to express myself. And Toon have strengthened for the top flight by completing a £12 million deal for Norwich ace Jacob Murphy. The young Lions winger, 22, whose parents are from the northeast, said, "It was a childhood dream of mine to one day represent Newcastle and the opportunity's now here. My mum and dad have always been fans, so that's who I chose to follow. Maybe I was destined to be here." Benitez is also set to finalize the signing of Spanish fullback Javier Manquillo from Atletico Madrid today. Manquillo, 23, spent last season on loan at Toon's northeast rival Sunderland. England legend Paul Gascoigne returns to Old Stomping Ground for charity match in Newcastle.